And it's really mainly based about compassion and acceptance and gratitude, and also like, so we heal, we discover who we are, and then we connect and activate. It's always like this cycle we move through. And that's what we do in a sense, like that's what makes this meditation very different, because sometimes we meditate, we chant the Om, we feel good, but then we go back to life and we're like, okay, how can I apply that now in my job, or now into my vision to move to Europe, or to move to Maui, or to just really be closer to my family. So it's like, it's really rekindling those different aspects in your life. So it's a beautiful journey. You have done it the 28 days a few times already.
I have. I've done the 28 days. I can remember exactly how many times I've done it, but at least a few. And
yeah,
to be completely honest, it has been a rewarding experience, but also a little bit of a challenge. I was sharing with another facilitator a few days ago that some days I just didn't feel inspired to do the meditation.
yes.
But I knew in the back of my head that it really would benefit me. So I mustered the energy that I need to practice. In the moment that I began the meditation, I could feel like, I'm so glad I made this decision and
Yes.
committed to this, because I could really feel every day practicing the meditation, building up my energy, feeling clearer, feeling stronger, feeling sharper. It really does grow every day when I commit to that. And by the end of the 28 days, I was in a much greater space of alignment, in a much greater space of clarity, and a much greater space of harmony, and really in tune with that intention that I chose with each immersion of 28 days.
But it's like you say, it is a bit of an effort. It's like a muscle to train.
Yes.
Now, sometimes it's like people say, yeah, but you meditate for so long, so it's easy. And I'm like, no, it's not always easy. It's like when you do an exercise, you have to constantly make sure you train that space. And it's like each time I do the practice, what I find amazing, and for practicing for 30 years some meditations, like suddenly I breathe in and I move, and then I'm like, wow, I never felt that way. Or my mind is in another place today. Or my inner calling, my emotion feel very different today. So it's really interesting, because every time we do it, somehow we have to push ourselves a little bit, because we get very easily out of track and attached to external conditionment or calling there. And then the meditation call you back in, which sometimes for some people there is a bit this resistance, like, yeah, but if I go in, I'm going to lose something outside. And actually there is a person I'm working with at the moment, and it's just like, actually no, it's the opposite. The more you are centered, the more it's contagious, the more you attract people, the closer you feel to the people around you when you are the closest to your heart. So it's something that sometimes for people is a little difficult to understand. Really, when I go inward, does that bring me closer to others? Yes, it does. Surprisingly, it does. Because you act from your heart for them. If you go away from your heart, you don't really feel the same connection that if you connect really from that heartful space. So to facilitate a little bit on this meditation, we also have a little gift included there, which you know about that gift, is those delicious smells. So we include the smell, we include the taste, we include different senses. The touch is also when you touch the earth during the meditation, to remind yourself to honor the earth. Sometimes we forget that every step we do on this earth, when it is mindful, when it is really truthful, we bring a print behind us. So in the meditation, we really go for a moment and we touch the earth. Every day we remind ourselves that actually this earth is alive, and without it, we are not alive. There is no life without the earth. So it
Mm-hmm.
also reminds us of the steps we walk and to make them mindful and at the frequency of that element of our intention. So all those 5 different blends is like little travel kits. So for those of you who travel a little bit, and then you open it, you have the 5 elements, you have a little roll on, so you can roll on the skin, which feels much better and feels better. So when you're in that space, then you can breathe and receive. Like for now, I just got the earth element. It looks like the earth and the grounding is appearing at the moment. So there is earth, water, fire, air, and ether. They are specially developed to make sure that we tune with those smells and element within us, and it gives us a little more push and help as we go through the meditation. Could you notice the difference when you meditate without any aromatherapy and when you apply a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I still experience benefit from the meditation with and without the 5 essential oil blends.
Mm-hmm.
But when I use the blend, and say, for example, I will close my eyes and I'll have them in my hand and I'll pick one and I see, oh, air element. I know for the meditation and even for the rest of the day to focus on that aspect of the air, to
Mm-hmm.
focus on my breath, to focus on the air that represents my mind, my thoughts, to be really clear and sharp in the meditation, and then for the rest of my day. So it gives more like a frame, more like a context, and even the smell itself awaken a certain feeling inside of me. For those of you that have experience with essential oils, you know there's those certain oils that you gravitate toward, that this oil will have this experience, that oil will have that experience. And these 5 blends are some of my favorite ones that I've been working with since we met almost 10 years ago.
It's wonderful. So it's time to share. If you like to participate, if you like to join us, we do this 28 days Vortex of Energy meditation. It takes around 45 minutes, 60 minutes of your time every day to do some self-study, meditation, you journal. And 2 times a week, we meet more live, and you will have a recorded. So when we meet is live with question answers, so you can participate. We teach you the form. So once a week is like we are together, and we teach you the form, we teach you the journal, how to fill up your map. You also get access to an online course to understand and comprehend more the philosophy behind that and how it can really serve you. And then the second time in the week that we meet, you meet personally or with me or with Giuliano. So we are there to support you in also a more personalized attention through the week to make sure you comprehend well the system, you feel comfortable with the form of the practice. And if you have any question or you feel a certain blockage somewhere, we are here to support you also on this one-on-one session once a week to really give you that support. You know, it's something important. It's not an online course, you just go do it and you feel on your own there. The map is so personalized for everyone. Whatever you find through the journey is your personal experience. So we're here to support you through the whole process. And so any question, you can contact us online or by phone. We have the information below this video. And we are here to support you. Once you practice those 28 days, then you will master the this methodology of like applying that meditation, that mapping for you. And then we recommend you to keep doing it at least once a week, like every change of the moon cycle. Like we're in waxing moon, it will be full moon on Fridays, Saturday, like this end of this week. And it's depending which time zone you are in. And so then you will have this tool and you can practice for your whole life. You know, you will know, okay, that's this moon, I need to do my map, and I will do my meditation, recenter, and then through the week you are more alert again. So it helps you being on track along your journey for a lifetime by investing this time, this energy, your attention for 28 days. It's maybe a little intense for those 28 days, but it can be very well integrated in your everyday life and into your relationship, your work, your priorities. but from there you will learn tools that then you can apply for your lifetime. So thank you for sharing, Giuliano. Do you have one more word you like to share before the completion?
I will say I feel really grateful to be able to co-facilitate this with you, having practiced this meditation as I shared for almost about 8 years now, and seeing how it supports me to stay centered, even when I practice once per week for a shorter
Mm-hmm.
practice of 20 minutes, which I think we all have in the day.
Yeah.
I can feel the effect for the rest of the week. And it gives me time to really tune in and focus and center what's my direction for these coming days. And that's my personal experience. And even now, having led literally hundreds of people through this meditation myself, that I have shared that with them, and to hear unanimously the positive benefit that people have experienced practicing, whether it's one friend who was recovering from a car accident and could feel, as she tuned in, she could really feel this injury and pain being released from the body.
Mm-hmm.
Other people that have come to a class of mine and have had a deep emotional release and begin crying and be able to experience these traumatic recordings in the DNA and in the cell and be able to finally accept and make peace with that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just feel more energized after, feel more focused, feel more clear. But it's a meditation I see that everyone can receive a benefit from, because it's has been very simple, very clear, and support me to just be human, if
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
We
So
also
how can
noticed that it has supported people with some chronic symptom, people
yeah.
who had chronic issue in their health that keep coming, like regularly headache or back pain or UTI or different aspect like that. And then through the practice, they could just notice like actually it was not happening anymore. They didn't have this chronic ailment because they were keeping like activating and balancing the body. Also, a woman that didn't have her period for a year, then by working with that moon cycle, suddenly the whole cycle for herself, for her life, like her period, all that became more in flow, and really like the tuning in the feminine energy. And some on the masculine aspect, many men also, like they noticed that they were stronger with their intuition. They had much more tuning with the intuition, even in their businesses or different aspect like that. So yeah, I think we both continue to be amazed by seeing how a very simple practice done with mindfulness and positive intention can really affect people along the journey in a positive way.
Hmm.
So thank you for sharing, and for any question, just feel free to contact us. Giuliano or me will have both information below.
Absolutely. Thank you for jumping on with me in this meeting and record this and give people the opportunity to learn a little bit more about the 28-day immersion, learn a little bit more about the meditation, and what they can expect, what they can experience in this 28-day journey with us.
Thank you.